Hey, this is MassX with a brand new One Punch Man the Strongest video, and we're going to talk very in depth, but hopefully succinctly to really assist you with the tactic lab and what has come down this past week. I spent a lot of time, a lot of experimenting, and a lot of testing, and where we're at right now is I think I've got a good gauge to really do a quick overview for everybody to really make it much easier, because the quality of life for this particular incarnation of powering up is not set up the best and easiest and can be confusing at times. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So of course you have the hero and villain section, and then of course you have the individualized duelist, grappler, high tech, and esper areas. So how do you want to approach this? Well, this is going to be an overview for early game, because think of this like early game when we first started with equipments. So for hero and villain, most likely you are not going to have 4 tactic cards of the same type that are hero or villain, and that's okay. As you can see on my screen, for hero and villain, you want to concentrate and think of it like rainbow with gears, just getting the activation of a tactic skill that you think will benefit your team, and most will. So you're not going to have a lot of choices, and you might not even have full sets yet, but you're going to, as long as you follow through with your dailies, which we'll talk about later. So what do you want to do? Well, you want to first, your main team, does it consist more of heroes or villains? Mine consists more of heroes, so I wanted to put what I felt was the best I had to offer for my heroes to start. So what I did was I experimented with a couple different ones I had. I went ahead and went with Assault, which is basically just the increase of attack. And mind you, most people are going to not have more than star level 1, okay? It's going to take a while to build up to higher star levels. So you're getting the bottom of the barrel for the effect. But hey, 2% attack is 2% attack, okay? It can help. Now, what I found out of all the ones I could test, the one that I liked the most, even over speed, was Cruel. Cruel, after any character takes an action, deals follow-up equal to 3% ult damage, and energy gauge changes by -100. Once per turn, effective after activation of the page. It is insane, especially on hero, because 4 out of my 6 characters are heroes. So 4 of them are able to do this once per turn after activation. It is crazy, and if you look at it, it just keeps going up. So Cruel 3-star, the increased ult follow-up damage is 12%. Doesn't sound like much, but trust me when I say it is very good. But again, you treat it like rainbow. So none of these, I'm getting no bonuses from having 6 blues, and that is at your bottom left-hand corner. You can see it will tell you what effect you're getting, and I'm not getting any because I don't have any of these cards are heroes, and I would need 6 blues to start that off, or 6 purples, or 6 orange, etc. So don't even worry about that for purposes of hero and villain. Hero and villain, you're going to get the most bang for your buck for tactic skills, so that's where you need to put your tactic sets, whatever they're disseminated as. As you can see, I have an Esper one, a couple grapplers, one monster one up here. Trust me when I say that is the best route you can go. And I did the similar thing for villain. As you can see, I have Passion, which is grants 10 points of bonus energy gauge after taking action. Not a big deal, but I had a set. Why not experiment with it? And Burst, which is also nice. I After launching Distorted Field, deals follow-up equal to 15% ult damage, and energy gauge changes by -300. Not as good as the other one, but hey, I'll take the extra damage. Again, treat it like Rainbow. As you can see, I have Burst in there, all high tech. I could have put that in there, but I only play one high tech character 99.9% of the time. So it's useless going into high tech. If I put it into villain, at least 2 characters are getting the use of it. I hope this is starting to be clearer and clearer for you. Now things change a bit when you get to the individualized types of characters. When you're looking at Duelist, Grappler, High Tech, and Esper, think right now less tactic skill and more just putting Duelist cards in there. Why? Because of the bonus you get. As you can see, just having at least 6 blue Duelist tactic cards, you're getting a 23,000 plus HP boost and an 11,000 plus defense boost. Nothing crazy, but it's going to help your team. What I found is what few sets I could even try to put together in any of these, just the bonus from the HP alone was better than what I was getting from the questionable tactic skills I could activate. So sticking with the bonus went a long way, and especially if you can get to the next gauge, that's when it made a big difference. And for instance, for Grappler, I had a lot of pulls for purple and orange Grappler cards. Not full sets, except for one. And I had a blue set that gave you the 2% HP. So I thought, oh, that's going to be great. I'll use that. No, because when I went ahead and just matched my Grappler cards and saw I could get 47,000 plus HP and 23,000 plus defense, when I did the 2% of what I was getting for my Grapplers instead, it was actually less. So what I'm trying to say is right now, I'm finding it's better to take advantage of the tactic combinations than it is for the tactics. Now again, hey, you may have a full speed set, and if it's for Esper or Duelist, and even if they're all blues, that would be an exception, of course, because that would be great to help out your speedster. That's really all it's going to help out for the most part. But again, there are going to be some exceptions. You really have to pay attention to those tactic skills. But in general, okay, for hero and villain, you want to try to get a tactic skill for each of those, top row, then bottom row. For Duelist, Grappler, High Tech, and Esper, go with the type of card that matches to get the tactic combination bonus. That should be the baseline to start. And as you acquire more characters, then this is going to change. And of course, the ultimate goal is to have full tactic skill sets for that are actually for Grappler. So you're going to get both the combination bonus and the skill bonus. And same for villain and hero. At some point when you have enough tactic skill cards that are actually a villain, then you're going to get both, and it's going to double up, and of course that's going to be much better. Now the tactic album is incredibly important for one reason, and that is as you acquire more cards, your redeem store will open. It doesn't take much to get it open, but the key is the more cards you acquire, basically the rate of high value items increases in the redeem store. So right now, I don't recommend ascending or doing anything with your cards right now. That is end game. That is with your purples. That is with your oranges, more likely than not so much your purples, unless you just have a godly set of something and you want to get that extra burst. Right now, it's just about collecting those cards. Do not worry about putting anything into them right now or combining anything into them, because right now we're at the beginning and you need to see how things play out and what you pull. And that goes to the tactics supply area. You're going to get one free draw a day. Please, I beg you, make sure you draw that each day. That's 7 cards a week, okay? At a minimum, do it. The other thing that you need to really focus on is you get 18 refreshes in the redemption store. Know what you need, okay? So when you have pulled and you've built up some of the currency, what you're going to do is take advantage of those free refreshes, looking for the cards that you need to complete a tactics set to be able to get that. And hopefully you're going after something that you want. I know a lot of people are hungry to get the speed ones. Speed ones are nice and they are going to help you out a lot, but I've found a few other sets I actually put higher than the speed. And as I can test more and get more in, I'm going to put together a ranking video of what I'm finding is more useful and going to be helpful to your team than others. I can tell you right now, Cruel has been amazing just at blue. I can only imagine what it will be like at orange. Burst, again, with that extra damage, that's going to be for most people twice per battle. And then you've even got the opposite version of it where it recovers HP of your team, which is also could be helpful depending on what type of team you're running. Flow is another one that's going to turn out to probably be a big winner for people, because after taking an action, you're going to recover bonus HP. So think about that. Say you're running that and you have the orange version, 4 or 5 months from now, and you're getting 3% of your max HP back to, let's say you run 4 villains on your team. That's going to be very helpful. So again, be patient right now as you're doing this. You just need to acquire the cards and start putting them in, like I said, either as a rainbow grouping in hero and villain, or as the designated type, duelist, grappler, etc., to get that combination bonus. Now the Crescent Tower, luckily, we're only getting 6 keys a day. That's the only way to get them, so we're all on that same playing field. So the good news is it can build up quite a bit of them if you miss, but you really early on really want to keep doing them, because as you can see, these stage gain rewards are nice because you're getting cards. So 6 a day, within 4 days, you're already the number 20 stage and you're getting a chance at an orange tactic card or orange ascension materials. And it just keeps going. And this resets every month, so you're going to be able to keep farming this. Farm it. Do not miss out on these. Make sure if you've missed a few days that before the end of the month, you clear this out. It's going to be very important for you to build these cards, the tactic cards, to really be able to get yourself in that situation that it's going to be such a benefit for your account. As it goes right now, there's very limited areas to get more cards. So for now, focus on your farming of the training, as well as you can get some in honor battle. So make sure you're doing honor battle. It matters on what level you're at, what's in the store at the time, but keep your eyes open because they do fall into there. So that's the other bit of good news. But for right now, just remember, make sure you do your free pull each day. Don't miss that right now. Next, you want to make sure you're doing your training. Don't miss out on those. Make sure at the end of the month you have nothing left and you've used everything you can and gone as far as you can. in that area to maximize your rewards. Then when it's time for you, then you want to sit down and actually put the lab together. Think rainbow equipment for hero and villain, and then think for your type, duelist, grappler, high tech, and esper, matching if at all possible. And if you can just get those 6, then you're getting that combination for now, with the goal in the future to have both a tactic skill that goes along for each one of these. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to stomach. I was testing what works, what doesn't, what gives you better push to your account. It was a freaking headache because, quite honestly, this is not the easiest of use areas. You can tell this game was developed years ago just by the setup, and I wish they would have cleaned up some of it. The last little tip I'm going to say, and it's not hugely important, but again, take what points that you can. The frames, if you just throw them on your hero or villain area in particular, it does give small bonuses, so keep that in mind. Not a big deal, but again, you might as well maximize all the points you can get. So I'm going to have a follow-up probably in a few weeks once I've been able to test more and more and more, and hopefully build some other sets and try them out, and I'll kind of give a ranking. But right now, you know, it is clear this is going to, doesn't make a difference if you're a whale or free to play at this point. It's going to be impossible to populate this to the exponential degree for anybody. It's going to just take consistency and time right now to put this stuff together, and a little luck, like always. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.